Major Chinese telecom equipment makers fighting back against the U.S. over concerns that it is a national security risk. Josh Lipton has the details. Josh.
Michelle, the FCC is considering a new rule here that could be bad news for Huawei. And here's how this would work. So the FCC runs what's called the Universal Service Fund. That's a big pool of money, nearly $9 billion, some of which is used to provide subsidies to help companies that provide broadband in rural areas. If this proposal goes through, these companies couldn't use those subsidies to buy equipment from those firms that are deemed a national security threat. Now, how would the FCC decide what company actually represents such a threat? The commission telling CNBC it could take its cues from Congress. And remember, U.S. lawmakers have introduced legislation that would prohibit the U.S. government from buying or leasing telecom equipment from Huawei and ZTE. That's expected to be attached to a must-pass defense authorization bill. In the U.S. last year, Huawei sales were reportedly around $300 million. Today, the company is saying in a filing with the FCC, the reality is that Huawei is an independent, privately owned business that is no more subject to the control of the Chinese government than American companies are controlled by the U.S. government. The proposed rule comes against a backdrop of increasing trade tensions, of course, between the U.S. and China, with the U.S. set to impose tariffs of $34 billion worth of goods from China tomorrow. The FCC tells us there is no hard date yet on when a final vote would take place on this proposed new rule.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.